team. I wanted to talk to you about the power of 3. So if you're a new coach, this is going to be a really, really great exercise and something that you should be implementing as you go through your 3 vital behaviors. So our 3 vital behaviors, as you guys know, is invite, be a product of the product, and personal development. So I'm going to spend time on the power of 3 talking about the invite and what that power of 3 means inside that first vital behavior. But before I get to that, let's just really talk about the last 2 vital behaviors, the being a product of the product and personal development. Okay, so being a product of the product is very simply stated, right? So you're sharing about your experience and your journey through your workout programs, or maybe what Shakeology's done for you. And that's a part of the process in sharing and doing these 3 vital behaviors. So as you're going through your workout or you're experiencing results, you're sharing that with your audience. You're sharing that on social media. You're telling your story about what being a product of the product is doing for your life. And that's not saying being a walking advertisement like we've talked about with, showcasing Autumn Calabrese and or Tony Horton or Shaun T in stock images. People don't want to see that. They want to know specifically what this program's doing or what Shakeology has been doing for you in a story, right? So that's going to be something you're sharing every week in some form or fashion. And it's maybe talking about how your challengers are experiencing results. Maybe you're posting a before and after pictures. I've seen so many awesome pictures of people that don't even talk about the programs, but just like a throwback of, oh my gosh, here I was in college and look at me today. Or here I was a year ago and here I am today. I can't believe the difference of what I've done in, a matter of fill in the blank amount of time, right? So people are inspired by that. And that's a very critical piece about our being a product of the product. It's not just drinking it and doing it. It's the active sharing and telling the story to your audience, who you're trying to attract into your next challenge group or who you're trying to attract into your business. Okay, it's really cool, and people actually want to hear your story, but they want to know that your story has passion and meaning behind it instead of just looking to sell a challenge pack or get them into your business and seeing them as kind of another number, right? And then personal development. Such a big part of building on yourself as a business owner. Okay, I know that when I stopped doing personal development, that my business completely fell apart and went sideways. And so personal development could be listening to a podcast of any sort. There's so many really great podcasts out there. Chalene Johnson has Build Your Tribe. She's got the Chalene Show. There's Entrepreneur on Fire. Most any person that you admire in the personal development field, whether it's Tim Ferriss of the 4-Hour Work Week, Darren Hardy, start even with our Success tab. If you're a new coach, make sure you're exploring that Success tab, because you can listen to audios as you're commuting to work or driving your kids around town. Okay, those are there for us to be able to absorb and utilize, because that's how we're going to enhance ourselves as coaches, and that's how we're going to just move our business forward. Okay, so personal development has to be a part of your day-to-day. It also could be catching up on a national coach call. It can also be watching the Best of the West videos that I put in our group, because those are really vital bits of information that are being shared by top coaches in the West region. And even if you're not in the West region, I don't care. You're getting the content, and there's some really great information that even I have learned and picked up on and gone, oh my gosh, I need to implement this in my life. Okay, but a big portion of that first piece of the vital behaviors is the invitation process. So I want you to visualize this, if you will, the power of 3. Okay, so what do I mean? If you're a new coach, I'm going to keep it really simple. Okay, let's pretend that you've got 3 buckets. Okay, you've got a piece of paper and you're writing out 3 triangles. Okay, so pretend I got a white piece of paper here and you got 3 rectangles that you're putting on a white piece of paper or on a calendar of some sort. Okay, the first one you're going to have new. Okay, your first bucket is new, and you're going to put 1, 2, and 3 under that bucket. Okay, the second bucket, the one in the center, is going to be groups. Okay, I'm going to explain a little bit more about that. And that's 1, 2, and 3. The last bucket is going to be business opportunity. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's 3 sections and there's 3 spots for you to write names. Okay, each week and each month you're going to re-strategize based on where you are in your business. So if you're a new coach, you might just be focusing on the first 2 buckets, and that's the new people, or you're reaching out and connecting with people in your warm market, and that could be coworkers, that could be acquaintances, friends of friends, or even just friends that you're just still letting them know that you are now open for business as a Beachbody coach. You've got to write those names down. Those people are going on your list. Okay, and if you've gone through your list already of people that you've reached out to, you've made a connection with, you've established rapport with, or they know now that you have opened yourself up for business as a Beachbody coach, then those new people are going to come from new friend requests through Facebook, maybe new followers you're finding on Instagram of people that are in your niche, people that you resonate with that are interesting to you because they're going to find you interesting. Okay, maybe you use LinkedIn. You know, LinkedIn's a great way to start building your list of new people you want to approach. But whatever your jam is on social media, you need to have new people you're adding into your list every single day. And I always recommend that starting out 3 people is really doable. Okay, if you're an Emerald coach or beyond, it should be maybe 5 to 8 people. If you're a Diamond coach working for Star Diamond status, it has to be 10 new people that you are reaching out to. Okay, and if it's not 10 in one day, then at least you're getting into that rhythm of finding new people every day to add to your list, because you know what? You go into that second bucket, all right, the middle section of groups, okay, and those 3 people you're going to invite into a group. You got to know who you've been inviting into these groups, right? So you've already made a connection with this person or these people. You've had good rapport, good relationships with them, good conversations, and you've established that there's a need for them to be invited into your group. And that group could be a free clean eating group, that could be a sugar detox group, that could be just a wellness community, or it could be your challenge group where you inform them that the best results come from buying a program and drinking Shakeology. So however you run your groups and whatever group you're doing, that's the next bucket that you need to start doing on a daily basis. So again, if you're a new coach, those first 2 boxes or buckets are going to be where you're going to spend majority of your time. That third bucket, that business opportunity, are 3 people that you're going to introduce the business to on the daily. Okay, so like I said at the beginning, you'll probably re-strategize throughout the week and maybe throughout the month, that maybe you won't initially start inviting people to the business, but you might start identifying those that already have the program. Maybe you've been through a couple rounds of 21-day fix or already drinking Shakeology, and you get that light bulb of, oh my gosh, they need to know about this coaching business. They would be great. Their name's written all over this. Put their name down to invite them into a business opportunity of some sort. Maybe you just open up dialogue with them through a direct message or email or phone call, or you invite them to our sneak peek. Okay, that's a great third-party resource that you can utilize that takes the pressure off you having to give them this whole verbal diarrhea of what coaching is. Because the last thing you want to do is overwhelm them with this huge email of here's what a coach is and here's why you should do it and you can sign up here and click this link, right? Because nothing turns anybody off from that. So you need to ask them questions and you need to give them something that you know they need. Okay, so that's that third bucket. So again, as a new coach, you've got your first bucket of adding 3 new people into your network. 3 new people that you maybe would have not met or become friends with otherwise. And that's how you grow your network. And so you're finding them on new like pages, of similar interests. Maybe they're in your neighborhood and Facebook groups. There's tons of Facebook groups that are geared to specific neighborhoods. A lot of moms groups if you're a mom, or working parents, or whatever your interests are. Go source through those groups and create relationships with them and put their name on that list. And until you actually start connecting with them, then you move them over to the next bucket, and they're going to go on that list of people you're inviting to your next group. But you make sure you establish that need, that they have a need for what you have. Because it's really easy just to go out and be like, hey, I'm starting this challenge group, you should join it. Well, you don't want to insult anybody, right? And I've had my fair share of just assuming somebody wanted to be a part of my challenge group, and they're like, oh no, that's okay. I think I'll wait until before summer. I'm pretty good right now. So just ask questions, and the only way you're going to know that they're ready for that next invitation into your group is by asking questions. okay? And then the same as you move to that next bucket is inviting them for for your next business opportunity. Or, hey, have you ever considered coaching? This has your name written all over it. You're amazing, or you're already a fan of the programs, or you drink Shakeology daily. You gotta consider, just check it out. Maybe just come be a fly on the wall on our 5-day sneak peek. We're just kind of giving people a little bit of a glimpse into what we do as coaches, because there's such a background and variety of people that do it. Some do it full time, some do it as a hobby, and there's everyone in between as well. So those are things that you can share and tell people about. But again, people love stories. They love to visualize how it can fit into their life, and they're only going to know that by you sharing a story of sort, okay? So I wanted to give that framework of the power of 3 that fits right into that first vital behavior of the invitation process. And if you have trouble with words and you don't know what to say, reach out to your coach, talk to me. There's tons of scripts that you can use. The trick is to make sure that it sounds like you. It sounds like something you would say, and you feel like if you read it back to yourself, or you called your mom and read it to her, or you spoke to your spouse and said, hey, what do you think about this? That it sounds like you, and it sounds endearing, it sounds genuine, and it really sounds like you're giving your best self to them first, instead of looking for a sale or looking for a Success Club point, because people will see right through you, okay? So, sorry, a little pop-up on my screen there. So that is the power of 3, and whether you're a new coach, you're re-engaging, or a diamond coach, make sure that you go back and reflect on it. Am I following up? Am I making new connections every single day? Am I inviting people to my challenge group every single day? Am I introducing the Beachbody business to somebody every single day? Okay, so just think about that, because that is a very critical part, and that's what top coaches are doing and tracking every single week, and that's how they can gauge if their business is moving forward. And the business activity tracker is a great way to track that. Okay, so don't forget about it. It's in our back office, and you can definitely use your own pen and paper to track it as well. Use Asana. There's a lot of really great online platforms that you can use, and apps. Evernote, notes in your own smartphone, whatever works for you. So anyways, power of 3, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope that it was helpful, and maybe just a reminder of some of the critical things that we need to do and put back into our Beachbody time. All right, well, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and looking forward to talking with you soon.